Hello, we're here, ready to rock rock and stomp. That's a thing. I'll make that a thing if we need to. How you guys doing? Sorry I'm a couple minutes late here. I totally forgot I had to make a thumbnail for the Vampire Survivors episode. So like that can get pretty intense. Could take a few tries. Sometimes you nail it, sometimes you don't. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. This is our last Dead Space stream ever. Until they remake the next ones, I guess. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna have significantly more energy than I had yesterday. I was not, you could probably tell, but I wasn't feeling it yesterday. I don't know what it was. I was off. Okay, I had a day where I was like, I think it's because I didn't train yesterday. And the days I don't train, it's always tougher for me to like, I don't know, it's to like engage my brain. But today I feel good. Trained hard this morning. After I trained, I saw the news. If you guys didn't see the news, let's put these lights on. If you guys didn't see the news about Jake Solomon leaving Firaxis, I'm shocked. Actually, I'm a little shooketh. Not gonna lie, but I am very confident that if they are still doing XCOM 3, which I gotta believe they're doing, like they gotta be doing it. They gotta be doing it. I would imagine that Mark Nauta, who was the project lead for Chimera Squad and handled basically all of the Legend mode for XCOM 2, would be the guy that I would trust, and he's still there. But I'd be lying if I wasn't a little concerned. Garth left. Garth DeAngelis left like a month ago. Jake left now. Some other guy left. They did announce that they're working on the next Civ, which is pretty crazy. They pump out so much content for Civilization. It's unbelievable. And I'm you guys, by the way, I'm going to learn Civ, okay? I'm going to learn it. And I'm going to get good at it. I'm going to do it. It might be painful, but I'm going to do it. And my goal is to learn it and crush like deity. That's my goal. I'm going to do it. I've always wanted to learn it, and I have played a bit of it. So I'm not like totally ignorant to it, but I want to get really good at it. Like I want to get confident at what I'm doing, right? Like I can kind of manage at the lower difficulties, I think. But I want to learn it, and I probably will stream it. But it'll be very different. It's not going to be like, it's going to be, if I stream it, it's going to be very different and literally me just like trying to figure it out. We'll see. We'll see. I got to figure it out. But yeah, I've got some, I would love to do it. Plus I just love playing more strategy games. Like the more I play games, the more I just enjoy the strategy games so much more than like other stuff. This kind of thing, like playing the Dead Space remake, is fun, and I'm looking forward to playing like another narrative-based game. We're gonna start that on the 20th. I'm excited about that. But I think my true passion, the true like gaming passion that I have, lies in the strategy games and the roguelikes and the stuff that you can play multiple times and it still feels like fresh and different, you know? So, yeah. Just saw the Jake thing. It's sad, but that's life, I guess. People move on. No XCOM 3 will be sad. I honestly don't think... I don't think we're not going to see XCOM 3 dead put, to be honest. I really feel like XCOM will happen. And I'm actually pretty confident in like if it is Mark Nada that would run that, I'm very confident in his abilities to do the XCOM crowd proud, to be honest. So should we get to stomping? Anyways, I was supposed to drive to America today after this stream, but we have really terrible weather and really bad streets and really bad roads, so I will not be doing that. So we're going to finish this, and then I'm going to start recording my next video series. Very pumped. Okay, let's go. There was a patch, by the way.
All personnel proceed to your designated safe zone immediately.
There was a patch for Dead Space, and I don't know what it did. Okay, we need to find this rig. We're going to do these 2 side quests. And then we're going to carry on. It's like too bright in here. I gotta, hold on a second. I got too many things going on. Hold on a second. God, that lighting looks so... Look at how stunning this game is. Look how stunning this game is. Isn't this, like, just incredible? My white balance is weird, but do we care? Not really. It's fine. Look at that. We'll turn that off today. It's a little bit... I just want to be like... I want it to be dark in here. How's that? Is that good, chat? Are we... Is the vibe set accordingly? Case Blaze. Probably KS Blaze. Sorry, man. Just bought a PSVR 2, so I'm spreading some love and always love your content. Oh, sick. You know what? Is that even out yet? Yeah. I guess it is. Should I be buying one of these? Like, what is the game on there? We were talking about this a little bit yesterday. I don't know, what's the thing? Resident Evil Village VR? Man, my concern about Resident Evil Village is that I'm literally gonna react in such a way that makes me unplug the system and just damage something. That's my biggest concern.
Crew deck.
Have I died yet? I've been streaming for 9 minutes after all. Hey, listen. Shit. Maybe. What the frick?
Now arriving at the crew deck.
Changing my mind. I don't think I want to be at the crew deck anymore. There was a little snafu this morning at the Starbucks. And so I have they gave me 2 of these for the price of 1. And that's probably not a good thing for this game, to be honest.
Warning. Structural integrity compromised.
Oh, shit. That'll do it. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. I need money. I need money to max out our suit. I'll take this. But I think I need, like, maybe 20,000 more credits or something to get our suit upgraded. But then we're sitting on a bunch of nodes and we can pretty much max it. What is that? Oh, that's a poster. Yeah, I knew I heard bullshit somewhere. Got it. Okay, now we can build the security override in the captain's nest. Let's do it. Even in winter, still on cold brew? Yeah, so, I scientifically developed this cold brew, protein shake that I make after I, train in the morning. It's literally changed my life. And they're dead now. Yeah, so I basically, I make a cold brew protein shake. And it's, cold brew. Which, to be fair, I'm not going to Starbucks every day anymore. I'm buying, like... Oh, no. Oh, he's a boomer. Just like me. I'm just trying to share my recipe. So it's a cold brew, or what I normally get now, like 9 times out of 10, I'll make it at home with the Starbucks iced coffee that you can buy at Costco. gonna sell some of these big whammies here. This force energy I actually don't care about. There we go. Ooh! 50? Okay. Here we go. Yo, what's up, Yon? So anyways, it's cold brew or iced coffee from Starbucks or from Costco. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. And a scoop of chocolate protein powder. And like a teaspoon of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. And like a tablespoon of PB Fit, which is like a powdered peanut butter. A little like pinch of salt. Little almond milk. And like a scoop of creatine. And then you blend that up. And it tastes exactly like chocolate milk. It's phenomenal. But you're getting like, if you like caffeine, you get all your caffeine. And you get your protein in the morning. It's nice. It's very nice. I like a lot. Okay, let's build this sucker.
Master security override generated for Isaac Clarke. All
Amazing.
access will be logged.
It should have came up, you are not authorized, and crossed out not. But whatever. You guys hear Walty? Someone's attacking our domain. I feel like you guys might not hear him when he does that, but... Think he'll ever play anything like Frostpunk again? Yeah, you know what? I'd like to. Here's the problem. This is the... I'm at the bridge, right? Like, this is the bridge. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure this is the bridge. Here's the problem with playing old games. Is like, new games don't stop coming out. They just don't. There's always new games. And it's really hard to play the older games that you've played because you want to try the new games. How the hell am I supposed to find this? Okay, so it's definitely out here. Could it be maybe locked away in like a master override container or something? Oh, hold on.
Log retrieved.
Fine, then we'll waste more time and record this. Satisfied?
No, I'm not satisfied. We have a dead miner. We can't sedate Grant Harris.
Wasn't Harris originally your patient? Could have warned us that he'd go berserk.
Captain, Harris is suffering from a dementia that we don't fully understand.
I feel like we may have
He
watched
was
this
making
one.
progress until Dr. Mercer took his case.
Tracking related rig activity.
Wait, so what? Oh, okay, so it was this one. What?
Security request retrieved.
Security, come in! We've been boarded! I repeat, the ship has been boarded! We are under attack!
it's weird that it would cut off.
Staff. Where the hell is Steve Vincent? We need security backup now! Guns are useless. What in God's name is that?
Okay. I could let me replay it.
Log retrieved.
Fine. Then we'll waste more time and record this. Satisfied?
No, I'm not satisfied. We have a dead miner. We can't sedate Grant Harris.
Wasn't Harris originally your patient? Could have warned us that he'd go berserk.
Captain, Harris is suffering from a dementia that we don't fully understand. He was making progress until Dr. Mercer took his case, over my objections.
I've read them. Frankly, this vendetta against Dr. Mercer just sounds like more of your bigotry.
My what?
Do you deny that you've counseled members of our church and turned them against unitology?
I'm telling you that Mercer's treatments are immoral and dangerous. And why does he keep taking Harris to hydroponics? Medical is a sanctuary, not Mercer's private lab, so stop covering for him.
More accusations, still no proof. You know your way out.
He won't stop with Brian Harris, Captain. You know that.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Tracking related rig activity.
Okay, so now we're gonna do this one. Jan, thank you so much, man. Working and lurking today. Repair the sea truck and bring home the bacon. GG. Thanks, man. I will do that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have a bench over here. Okay, check this out. Wait, are you telling me there's another upgrade for the suit? Because I got some empty nodes here. There must be, so I should save my monies. Oh, nice. I can take this. Maybe I'll just try. I'll try using this. I don't know. I'll try whacking enemies a bit more. AJ7 is asking, will you be playing Hogwarts? What do you guys... Okay. Here's a question I want you guys to put some thought into. Do you guys know, and this is no slight at anybody asking these kind of questions, like, at all. But I do find that a lot of times I'm kind of answering the same questions a lot, as like, are you going to play this game? Are you going to play this game? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure the best way to handle that, because it almost seems like I feel by answering that, either a yes or a no, it's like always somebody's kind of getting let down a little bit, you know, because if I'm going to cover something and then not cover something else, that's going to bother somebody, and then if you're not going to cover the game that somebody really likes, then that's going to bother them. And it's like I don't know how to kind of answer those questions sometimes. And then a lot of times they'll come up multiple times. And like at the end of the day, I'm just gonna play what I want to play anyways. But I'm not sure how people kind of handle that, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that gets those requests all the time. Like, are you gonna play X, Y, and Z? You know, I have been trying to do channel updates on the communities tab, but again, like, you know, even if I post it there and I post it on Twitter and I talk about it the videos or streams.
Hydroponics.
It's really hard to kind of communicate that information, I find. Keep Cool says, never had the dough to support those who deserve it monthly, but you've given too much for me not to give back. Bro, thank you so much. That's really kind. There's one question on this about a specific game, which is almost like asking someone to give a political opinion. Neither answer people are going to be angry, so best to ignore the whole thing. Ian, yes, 100%. And a lot of times, you can generally tell when people are kind of fishing. You know, like, I'm not, what's the term? Ignorant to the fact that there's drama surrounding Hogwarts. You know? There's drama surrounding almost every game, and it's so... just... it's so mentally draining. It's so mentally draining to, to be creating content. I just want to play good. I just want to play good games, and I totally understand. I totally understand like taking a stand for what you believe in, and if there's somebody that was part of this thing that was created and you don't agree with their views, that's cool. Like that's great. I'm not a political dude. I just like playing games that are good.
This is Dr. Elizabeth Cross. To all survivors, turn back. It's all gone. Everything we grew. My team. All dead. That monster. Please, leave. Get somewhere safe. If I can find a way to kill it somehow. Jacob, if you're hearing this, you know I have to try.
Like with with Hogwarts, the reason I'm not playing Hogwarts, by the way, is time, because I have another series I'm starting on the 20th that I want to focus on.
This is Dr. Elizabeth Cross. To all survivors.
Okay, we've seen.
Turn back. It's all gone.
I have another series, and I knew I wouldn't be able to do Hogwarts. I wouldn't be able to keep up with streams for it because I have somebody coming from out of town to visit for like 10 days tomorrow. There's just a whole bunch of other things going on. But I also knew that even if I wanted to just stream it for one time, I knew I would have to deal with the bullshit in the chat or the comments or whatever. And I just also don't want to deal with that, you know? And that's kind of shitty. Because, from what I've heard, the game itself is actually really good. From what I've heard. I'm just gonna go.
Emergency. Internal hull breaches detected.
We've been in those doors, right? Somebody made a good point here. Gunner said, Poe's video about him playing Atomic Heart definitely hit home for me. I agree with everything he said in it, really. No one should be judged on just playing a game or making one decision. I haven't seen his video. But here's the thing. The fact that people have to make a video. Oh, this, okay. Well, okay. The fact that people have to make a video to justify that they want to play a video game because it's made by a group of people in a certain country is fucking mind-blowing to me. It is mind-blowing to me that that's something you have to do. Because if you don't do it, and like, here's the thing. Can we actually watch this? Can we watch this video? I'm actually curious to see what he says. Hold on. Where's this video? Jeez. That's a lot of videos. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to do one thing. I want to see what he says here. Can we watch this for a sec?
With another video, but this time it's a little bit different. This is on if I'm going to be playing a game called Atomic Heart. This is a game that I've been looking forward to for 5 years. It basically fits everything I love. It's super weird and sci-fi. It's an immersive sim-style game. It looks absolutely bonkers crazy. It's got Mick Gordon on the music. This combines pretty much everything I love in gaming into one package. So, why am I even making this video?
The fact that he has to make this video really pisses me off, actually. It really makes me mad. Because I can tell you from his perspective, he just wants to play the game, right? It's the same. This is the same for me, right? All those things that he just said. Atomic Heart looks like a game that hits the spots that Bioshock hits, that Half-Life hits. It's a new IP. It's cool, like new bizarre world with like weird machines and like weird weapons and stuff like that, right? And I know that this has probably been something that's been sitting in the back of his mind for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, where he's like, frick, I'm gonna have to say a thing. I'm gonna have to make a thing about this, because if I don't, people are gonna be raging, and I'm gonna have to moderate all of my comments and my chat. And like, he's got a big chat, right? Like, he's gonna be streaming probably for 25,000 people, right? And I know he's got like a huge mod team and like paid mod team and stuff like that. And so this is kind of expected. But just the fact that this has probably been weighing on him for a long time is like really frustrating to me.
Yeah. Well, that's because unfortunately we live in a day and age where sometimes games just can't be games. There are real world events that are tied to them. Now, there are a plethora of opinions, especially considering we just had this big game called Hogwarts Legacy, which had its own maelstrom of issues associated with it. There's a huge gambit of opinions on if real world issues belong in the decision-making process to purchase a game. And you're going to find different answers all over the spectrum. You're going to find absolutely, you should boycott games. You're going to find no, they shouldn't belong in games at all, and just games are games, and all sorts of things. So basically, I am here to tell you my side, what I personally am doing, and then you can make the decision if you want to watch my playthroughs, continue doing whatever you want to do. Because again, that's all we can do.
So before he says what he's going to say, I'll just share my opinion. My opinion, okay? So if there is somebody in the community that wants to boycott a game for whatever reason, I totally respect that. I totally 100% respect that. If there's something that's happening that's associated with a game that makes you want to not spend your money to support that game or that studio, I respect that 100%. 100%. And I would also hope that that same person that I'm respecting for their decision to not play something would also respect my decision to do whatever I decide to do, either play or not play a game or whatever. But unfortunately, that isn't always going to be the case. And I just wish we were all like, I just wish everybody was kind of on the same wavelength that way. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish everybody's on the same wavelength. That everyone was just a little bit more chill, a little bit more cool. But we're not. People aren't cool. Nobody has chill
We're
anymore.
all individuals in this, make our own decisions. So before I start, let me say this. I'm the type of person that does not ever, in any situation, boil someone down to a single decision if I can ever help it. I believe people are around on this planet for countless years, making thousands and thousands of decisions, and those all add up to the type of person they are. People make mistakes, and people make sometimes options
This is
that
the final
they
boss in Dead
themselves
Space.
might not even like, but that doesn't make a binary decision process of,
Yeah, true.
oh, you bought or played this game, you are a label. I hate that stuff. I've always hated that stuff, and I will continue to hate that stuff. Again, I believe people are a nice big shade of gray, and that all the decisions add up to that point. So in that regard, that's where we are with that. Second of all, in this particular case with Atomic Heart, the main issue is that there are Russian interests in the financial processes that support Atomic Heart. That means that in today's current events, Russia is invading a country called Ukraine, pretty much unilaterally decided in a completely un-okay manner. And by buying Atomic Heart, you are supporting this war effort. Now, like I said, as people are giant shades of gray, so are dev teams and the way that they run their products. Mundfish, the devs, have publicly said that they are wanting to distance themselves from this. They don't have any stake in this, idealistically. And most importantly, have not shown any support for it. Now, of course, people have been saying, well, they certainly haven't denounced it, but they're also a company that has lots of ties to Russia. So it, may not be in their interest to come out in that regard directly. However, they have not publicly supported it, and that's a big deal to me. Companies in the past have publicly supported politics that I don't agree with. And when a company takes the stance to inject themselves into politics, that's when I feel consumers need to kind of decide if they want to really factor that into that dev's decision. However, if they make the public stance that, look, we just want to make games and play games, this is up to you, that's a different thing in my mind. That's one of those shades of gray that I have to consider. So here is where I stand with Atomic Heart. I will be playing Atomic Heart. I've been looking forward to this game for 5 years. All the investors were locked in before the war happened. I will probably be playing on Game Pass to minimize my impact. And also, I will be doing...
I'm sorry, but fuck. Oh my god, it's just so it's just
personal things that I feel are the right way to go about this to try to alleviate or to try to balance the scales in that regard. Personally,
I'm I'm just holding. I'm holding back for a second. I'm holding
I'm
back.
donating $10,000 to a website called savelife.in.ua, and I will be letting people know that if they want to play Atomic Heart, but also attempt to balance their own scales, that they can join that cause in supporting Ukraine directly. I want to make it clear that I stand with Ukraine. That's where I stand. I always have. I always will. In fact, when all this war started, we removed some of our emotes, our Koboom emotes and such, in solidarity of that. Now, these are my decisions that I'm taking. Am I going to tell you need to think how I do? No. Are you going to boycott Atomic Heart? That's fine. That's your prerogative. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. I'm doing what I'm doing, and I hope you're...
You could feel the internal rage. It's just, holy shit. I'm really trying to like, I just, I want to be respectful of the situation. And that's why this is such like a delicate, these are delicate topics. Okay. And the challenge with having opinions about this kind of stuff on the internet is that these opinions can get boiled down into really specific and out of context sound bites. And like you guys see me on Twitter maybe sometimes, or Discord, or anywhere really. I don't really get into this kind of stuff. Right? Like, I don't really get into politics. I don't get into having huge opinions about dramatic situations because I, honest to God, assume that if you guys are watching my stuff, you probably have a general sense of the type of person that I am. And I don't feel the need, maybe I do need to, but I don't feel the need that I need to tell people about different donations that I make to different causes to balance the scales. As Cole mentions here, and I get why he's saying this stuff, and I just feel I agree with what he's saying here. Like, to be clear, I just feel so bad that he feels this is such a thing that he has to say this. He's compelled to say this for whatever reason. Personally, he feels like he wants to explain his reasonings for this stuff. It's full respect there. I just wish he didn't have to, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? Vicky says, you actually said it there. We don't respect each other's opinions, choices anymore. Personally, I'm not going to invest my own money into it, but I'm not bashing people who choose to buy, stream it. Looks like a great game. Yeah, I mean, it's I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even realize that this game had any associated potential issues with it until very recently. Because I'm not very good at researching games, which is weird because it's kind of like my job, but like I'm not good at I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I want to play that. That's about as deep as I get with it. And I'm not hugely into politics, and it's just not a thing that interests me because I don't have a desire to engage because I don't have my mental health is a very fragile being. Okay. And I do a lot of work to maintain a steady headspace, I guess is what I would call it. And I feel that by engaging in some of this stuff, you're just you then have to, because it doesn't stop there, right? It doesn't stop when you make your opinion. You then have to engage, and you have to discuss, and you have to go, and you're like, eventually you're just like, okay. Especially with like dealing with people on the internet, it can be very draining, you know? It can be very, very draining, you know? Kira Finway says, I just don't get why we have to play or not play a game because of a company's politics. They don't make or break a game. If a game is good, fun, play it. Everybody needs to just respect. Yeah, and I get, like, that's the thing is, like, yes, I agree with that. And in a perfect world, yes, that would be awesome. Yes, like, I 100% agree. It's just not generally like that. And I'm, like, so uncomfortable talking about this stuff. As you can probably tell, I'm just, like, squirming in my chair. But, like, it's just, you know? It's just kind of, it's tough. And, like, watching this, I guess I can't, it's not fair for me to assume that that Ko has, like, thought about this for months, like I said earlier. But I know, even for me, when there's, like, non-dramatic, non-politics related stuff happening in gaming, like, you know, developer is a piece of shit, and then, you know, you covered a game of theirs years ago or something, and people are like, oh, I can't believe you covered that. And you're just like, what, bro? You know? Let's see what else
You
you can say
respect that.
here.
You do what you do, and I will respect that. So on that note, we're going to be promoting that link through the duration of our Atomic Heart playthrough, and possibly after as well. I personally am making a donation myself, and I would encourage you guys that feel the same way I do, who are kind of conflicted on this, but still want to just enjoy the game, to possibly follow me in doing that. And if you don't, that's okay too. I would love to say that there are no politics in video games. But the reality of the situation is that games have politics in them because humans have politics in them, and humans are in games. I mean, there are entire games, there are entire franchises that are basically revolve around politics, even if it's not overt. This is just how it works. However, that being said, I like to keep my channel, my little haven on the internet, as religion-free, as politic-free, and as real-world issue-free as I possibly can. I like my channel to be a place where people from everywhere can come and just enjoy video games for what they are and not have to deal with all of the outside pressure that the world is constantly putting on us. That being said, during my playthrough, we are going to ask that you please keep politic talk, real-world issue talk out of the chat. We're going to focus on the game.
Like, I just, you know, I'll just project my own thoughts here, and I'm not going to assume. Ko's been doing this a long time, and I love this guy. I've been, you know, if I could do what Ko does, I mean, that would be insane. He's like a master at what he does. I just feel bad for him. I just feel bad that he wants to, like, I just feel bad that he can't just play a game that he wants to, you know? And I also feel bad now that, like, I have kind of like an ick feeling personally, because I want to play the game, but I have this kind of ick now where I'm like, oh, fuck, you know, like, do I want to deal with that? You know, you know what I'm saying? Do you know, like, it's just kind of like a, you know? Yeah, and Sushi, you know, mad respect to you, because I saw your comment on Twitter, and I saw a couple of your comments in here too, and I'll read it out so that everybody's clear. He says, thanks for all the good stuff. As a person with ties to Ukraine, I can't stay and watch your content related to Atomic Heart which I assume you're going to play. Good luck. And like, that's 100% okay. That I would totally respect that. And I think, from what I know of you over the years in our interactions, like, I think I totally get where you're coming from, like 100%, you know? I totally get where you're coming from, and I respect that. That's totally okay. I also don't think that you're the type that would go on to the series of people playing this game, have your copy pasted paragraph that you know is just going to be a controversial topic and just like stir up shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's your vibe either. I think if I'm correct in reading into what you've been saying, like, this is just something that really personally hits home for you, and I totally understand that. And so that's the choice that you make personally to do what you feel is the right thing. But I just hate that everybody has to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just a tough thing. Let's see what the rest of the video is.
I'm talking about the game, and my
And then we'll
mods
go
are gonna
back
help
to
me do that.
stomping.
So
zombies.
anyway, I hope this video gives you a little bit of insight on my thinking process. If you disagree with me, I understand. There's no right issue here. In my opinion, there's no perfect way to do this. There are absolutely ways to handle it, but I don't feel any of them are perfect, especially if you really, really want to play a game that you've been looking forward to for 5 years. But that's where I am. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can send me PMs on Twitter, on Discord, or on Twitch. I will do my best to get back to you, and I'm happy to discuss this stuff if you would like to go further with it. And again, just as I want to finish out the video, if you are also interested in helping me support the Ukrainian cause, you can go to savelife.in.ua. That is a...
See, now, like... Obviously, I would assume everybody in chat, myself, I assume 99% of the people that I know and associate with in real life and online are 100% backing Ukraine, right? Like, yes, clearly, obviously, that's the right thing to do. But like, now, is this one of those things where I have to, like, where I'm not even gonna say people have to feel compelled to donate $10,000 to this cause to kind of offset what's the right word? I don't want to say guilt. I guess potential impact of driving sales to a developer that happens to be Russian to quote unquote balance the scales. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just, yeah, Kex, it's such a difficult thing to feel or to balance, right? And like, I want to read what Sushi says here, because I think Sushi's point is, Sushi feels a very specific way, and I actually admire that your willingness to take a stand for something that you personally believe in so much is something that you're comfortable sharing. I actually legitimately admire that. The joke that I'll make sometimes is I don't care about things deeply enough to get involved sometimes. It's like all sorts of things, right? You see like protests about anything, big, small, and other. And it's just because it's not because I don't actually care. It's just that it doesn't it doesn't hit, like to Sushi's point, you have people in Ukraine that are family that are obviously heavily impacted, and like we would all say we support you and would do what we can to help you and your family because we're all part of this community. And I don't mean my community. I mean Ukraine is going through some shit. And that's putting it lightly. But I just don't think that I just don't think this type of reaction is Atomic Heart is not, in my opinion, not the problem here. You know what I mean? They've been working on this for how long? They didn't know that this was going to happen. And at the same time, I understand that funding that game will result in money going towards the Russian government. And it's just a really hard thing to process and there's no right answer to me, you know? So anyways, what Sushi was saying before, people who play this game or buy this game they're so far from what's really going on. Everything is explained. It's taxes to Russia, which kills my relatives. I wish devs would really cut all ties, right? And so I get that too. I get that, you know? I do. I totally understand that, you know? But my worry is like, okay, there's a lot, like the Canadian government, as an example, funds a ton of Canadian games, right? I think it's called CMF, the Canadian Media Fund, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, if Canada was to get involved in some shady politics, and they've funded all these games, and then these games are then giving their taxes back to the Canadian government, are we then condemning all of these developers that took money from the Canadian government and are paying taxes to the Canadian government? It's just kind of like, it's just such a tough subject, because I personally don't correlate these game studios and the work that they've put in to be so closely tied to the government they pay taxes to. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't even know if it makes sense. That's just how I feel in this moment. So anyways, I mean, I don't know. I hope I've conveyed like some of my thoughts about this. I don't know if I've done it in a particularly articulate way, as Ko has done here, articulating his thoughts, which I think he's done in a really clean and professional and balanced, very balanced way. But, you know, I personally have been really excited to play this game for a long time because of the themes and because of what they're doing differently from other games, and like it gives me that that first time you go to Rapture vibe, and the first time that you go to, or the first time you play like Half-Life or Half-Life 2, it gives me those kind of vibes, and I want that so bad. But I'll be lying if I said in the back of my head now I'm not having second thoughts or a feeling of guilt because of external pressures that are probably rightfully there. You know, they're probably rightfully there to that. I think it's right to be asking those questions. I can't say that that's not right to be asking those questions. You know? But it does leave a bit of a sour taste, because you're now viewing something through the lens of what are other people going to think. You know what I mean? And that's such a tough situation, because look, my job is not a serious job. Okay. Co's job, this is not a serious job. This is like, we're playing video games, and the entire point of what we do, in my opinion, I won't even put Co into this. Okay. For me personally, I don't get involved in politics. I don't get involved in debates. I just don't do it. And I find it tough mentally to want to engage in that kind of stuff. And so I just don't, right? I don't think you'll ever see me getting involved in a heated debate online ever. It's just not a thing that I want to be doing. But I know that people that watch my stuff or Co's stuff, or probably any creator, if you're watching them regularly, you probably do want to know that they're on the right side of the coin, if that makes sense. You want to know that they're not a piece of shit. Right? Am I wrong? Like, you don't want to watch somebody knowing that they're a piece of shit. And so sometimes I do feel like I need to have more of a voice to share more of my opinions to demonstrate that I'm not a piece of shit. But I've always, as I mentioned earlier, I've always just made the assumption that might not be the right assumption, but this is the assumption that I've made, is that if you've watched my content for a long enough period of time, you should know that I'm not a piece of shit. Is that too crazy? Maybe I need to share more opinions to show that I'm not a piece of shit. Like, is that the whole thing? Maybe I need I got to make content creator shirts that say, FYI, not a piece of shit, for a while. You know what I mean? I don't know. Jeez, it's such a tough situation, man. That's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. I'd buy that shirt. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's one. Grim says, don't share your opinions. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Rabars says, promoting Scientology and Unitology is a great way to show your true character. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm a huge Unitology supporter. Yeah, big time. I did share that when I was in New York recently, walking through Times Square, I definitely walked by the Scientology headquarters. I don't know if it's their headquarters, but it was, there's a Scientology office right in Times Square, like right there. And you walk by and you're just like, what? What? Why? Anyways, this has been fun. Jesus. Anyways, good chat. Gonna go to the start of your stream, catch your thoughts on Jake for Access XCOM. Yeah, cool. I didn't get too deep into it. I'm just like, yeah, we talked about it. We did play the game a little bit today, so far, but let's continue.
Warning. Structural integrity compromised. Toxic hazard detected.
Oh shit! That scared the hell out of me. That's the caffeine now. Oh no, I'm in trouble here. I'm gonna eat a bunch of health, unfortunately. We're mostly good. We're mostly good. I would love to have an option where the pathfinding could just stay there. Ooh, a ruby.
You lose language soon. So green here. There are worse places to work discreetly. It is poison here that was presented allowed the medical, and now you're invulnerable to that. If you try, Mr. Harris, I have options. The containment module, for example. Remember your last brain surgery? Stasis with consciousness? Quite
Stasis with consciousness.
If only I hadn't wasted so much osmium on my last module design. And how do you feel now? Awake? Oh, then perhaps it's time for your first real hunt.
That's so creepy. Okay, so now I'm thinking, you guys, I'm distracted now. Oh, I'm so distracted now. Shit. Like, if I'm playing Atomic Heart now, do I gotta make a big political statement about it? Like, do I gotta make a big thing at the start of the video saying, like, what I said today, sort of? Or, like, do I not have to do that? Because now I'm feeling that pressure, and I don't like that.
Toxic hazard detected.
Because now I feel like if I don't say something, then I'm an asshole.
Toxic hazard cleared.
Oh, hello there. Okay, let's try this. Oh, he's prone. Oh, don't love this. That was not an effective use of my pulse rounds, I'll tell you that. You already did, just make a link to the timestamp of this video. Yeah, maybe. Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta get focused here. Alright, cargo bay. Let's go. That's not where I want to be. Ethan, yeah, I mean, I get that what you're saying has, like, some sarcasm attached to it, but he says, always make a political statement and remember to feel some guilt with the fact that by playing any American game, you're supporting the country that invaded Iraq. I mean, yeah, fuck, yeah, jeez. Yeah, like... I don't, and I...
Multiple system failures detected. Unable to reroute critical functions.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm only doing melee attacks for the rest of the run, I think. Nice. Heracles says, now that you're aware of the situation, please inform yourself about the game and then decide. If you're still buying it, then so be it. But you're not the victim here, the Ukrainians are. And see, this, in my opinion, this is one of the issues, right? Obviously, what you're saying is true. Obviously. But, like, the fact that people can just kind of comment, like, whatever the fuck they want, and you have to address it, is just so frustrating. Because, like, you can't boil it down to, like, these 250 character statements. The world is so much more complex. You cannot boil it down to stuff like that. And yes, you're correct. Obviously. But that's not the issue here, right? That's not the issue, in my opinion. This is why. I'm telling you right now, like, this is why. This is why I don't engage. This is why. Just play Vampire Survivors and nothing else. I mean, hey man, honestly, I would. I would, but I know people are fiending for some different content on the channel. I've been playing Vampire Survivors every day for like a month. But that's kind of like how Let's Play channels are, you know? I try to sprinkle in some different spice every once in a while. We'll also have, we're also gonna have the Venom Midnight Suns DLC, which I'm pretty pumped about. I think people are gonna really like Venom. Probably more than Deadpool, to be honest. Yeah, and then Darren says, unfortunately, it might be better for your channel not to play it. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, right? That's the double-edged sword here. Is if you don't play it, then you're just kind of then you're also giving in to the internet peer pressure. And if you do play it, you're an asshole. If you don't play it, you're spineless. If you do play it, you're spineless. It's like, oh, can't we just play video games anymore? Can we not just play video games anymore and just, like, you know, enjoy them? Because they're just literally games. Like, I don't know. Is it hard, is it too hard to draw that line these days? I guess maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just, maybe you can't do that anymore. Yeah, you're fucked everywhere. Yeah, Trey, exactly. Yeah, and Darren, like, I hope you don't take offense to what I said there, because, like, I think you can, you would totally understand it. I think you get it 100%. And you know what? You're right. Like, maybe you lose subscribers or something, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I actually don't think that's such a bad thing. Is that bad to say? I don't think that's such a bad thing. If people want to unsubscribe because they have a view that is so opposite of you, like maybe you're just not meant to mesh in the long run. And I think that's okay. You know, not everybody has to be for everybody. I don't know. I don't think that's such a bad thing. And that might sound crazy, because, like, you know, this is how I make a living, but, like, at the end of the day, everybody would kind of be happier, right? If you're subscribed to somebody that you don't support their decisions or whatever, like, you're probably not going to be happy seeing their videos pop up in your feed all the time. So, like, you're doing yourself a disservice, and the creator is getting less clicks on their video from you, so it actually hurts both of you. You know, I don't know. It's just it's a weird situation, man. And I guess I am trying to make light of it a little bit, only because
Containment fields approaching maximum capacity.
I just feel like people can get really heavy about this stuff, and it's hard to people get really heavy about this stuff, and, like, understandably. But I'm always just more of a fan of just, like, let's just be chill. Everyone just be chill. Everyone just be cool. I just want to be cool. I want people to be cool. That's it. That's all I want. I just want people to be cool everywhere. We've kind of been neglecting our flamethrower, eh? We've been neglecting some of these other things too, but I just can't afford to go into everything. What do we focus on here? I actually don't think I need these upgrades for the plasma cutter. Pulse rifle, I wouldn't mind getting into more damage. I don't think I need rate of fire. I actually just need the damage for the secondary, right? So I imagine this damage affects everything, including the proximity grenade. If I go here, then I'm 2 away from this damage and 1 from this damage, so I feel like that makes sense. If I go here, I'm further. You disagree strongly with Milf Manor? So on the weekend I was these are my tweets, okay? My tweets are about the Super Bowl and Milf Manor. I watched the Super Bowl. There was, in fact, not an episode of Milf Manor because of the Super Bowl. And I tweeted after the Super Bowl, that was a great episode of Milf Manor. And that's the extent of my... Oh, hello. What is this? Ping.
Warning. Structural integrity compromised.
What is that? Ping. What's ping? I got to explain my stance on Milf Manor. I'm pro Milf Manor. I'll take that to the grave. 100. Is Googling Milf Manor safe for work? Google MANOR. Don't Google MANNER. Yeah, you'd be fine, I think. I think one of my other issues with sharing opinions is that I don't feel that I can articulate eloquently enough the nuances of my opinion. So a lot of the times if I feel like sharing something, I won't share it because I just know that I'm gonna miss, you know, something, and then people will latch onto that something that you miss, or you'll say something that doesn't perfectly articulate the thought because nothing is black and white, and then people will kind of latch onto that thing as well. And so I stay away from sharing opinions for that reason as well, because I don't feel like I'm gonna do it in a way that's gonna kind of address everybody's concerns in advance, if that makes sense. I don't know if anybody else feels that way personally. Yeah, I think he's dead. I can never be certain. I feel like it tells more about critics than about you. Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I guess. That's just my own personal opinion of how I view my communication style. Probably wasting a lot of ammo on these things. They should be.
I'm being held prisoner by Dr. Mercer. That lying fucker lured me off the mining deck to build something. I think his markers start surging. Please, if you find this, don't touch that marker. Mercer, run. I love you. After David, I never imagined Fuck, he's coming back. Time to go, Mr. Temple. You can just leave your force gun here. If you want me to build your shit, I'll need it. But you won't need these modifications, will you? They look like they could hurt someone. I'll hold on to them. There. Now the marker. You can go ahead of me, Mr. Temple. Safety first.
The key takeaway there is don't touch the marker. Got it. I'm pro Milf Manor on my headstone. Has anybody actually watched it? Anybody in chat watching Milf Manor, or no? Is it just me? I feel like it is just me. It's not what you would expect. I think people are feeling like Milf Manor is people just going to like date MILFs, but it's so much more than that. It's the the ladies that are on the show there to date men because they're interested in younger gentlemen. The younger gentlemen on the show are the sons of all the women. So your son is on the show in the dating pool of the men that you're interested in. So you're watching your son and your mom date your friends that are also sons and moms. And it is wild. And the competitions are one of the competitions was it is so good. One of the competitions was the moms are blindfolded and they need to approach all of the young men. They're like 20 something, right? Like, just to be clear, but still shirtless young men, okay? They have to like touch their bodies. They touch their chest and their arms and whatever. And the point of the game was to figure out which one was your son. You got to touch them, and if you could guess that it was your son, then you win that competition. I've never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. And it's not like they're okay. It's not like, well, it's not like they're touching them like super sexually, okay? But they are touching them in all the, you know, spots. Is it a Japanese game show? No, it is very American. It's very American. And it's very, it's just the perfect amount of trashiness that you want in a reality show. Like, I love nothing more than after a hard day of playing video games, to de-stress, than to put on an episode of trashy reality TV shows. Like, I love that. My wife and I, we love that. That's like, we love it. There's some that are trashier than others, and like Milf Manor is by far the trashiest that I've ever seen. But yeah, anyways, I digress, because I could go on. Let me open up all these lockers. Oh yeah. Did this little spitter pop out of him, or did he just come out behind?
Clearance confirmed.
Gold? Nice. Today's your birthday. That's exciting. How'd I find the show? It's on the same network as all the other reality trash that we watch. Okay, hold on, before I do that. And so there was a lot of promotion of this show. We were like, we gotta check that out. We owe it to ourselves to check that out.
Cargo loader activated. Warning. Shipment 782 is misaligned. Retrieval may be delayed.
Great.
Warning. Maximum weight load exceeded. Cable stress is beyond safe operating limits. Crane malfunction imminent.
Come on!
Loading shipment 782. Beginning retrieval.
They told me not to touch that, and all I want to do is touch that.
Caution. Access bridge is obstructing transfer.
Oh, jeez.
bridge is obstructing transfer. Caution. Access bridge is obstructing transfer.
Yeah, I'm a little bit short on ammo here, I think. Yeah, they're not messing around here. Woo! Oh, this is bad. We're in trouble, guys. We're in big trouble.
Caution. Access bridge is obstructing transfer. Caution. Access bridge is obstructing transfer.
I feel like Luckless is going to have some good clips to make today. Frick. Oh my god. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been making
I'm reading a
shorts
cargo transfer
and
to the hangar bay.
TikToks.
The marker. Good work, Mr. Clark. On our way.
Kine, your flight path goes by airlock 19. I can get there from the computer core.
A pickup. Yes, we'll be there.
Can you make it to the airlock alone?
No movement on the cameras. I'm just gonna run for it. Wish me luck.
And we originally started just doing like highlights and things like that, which are fine, but I don't think that's the direction I'm going to go with that stuff. I would like to make it more like anecdotes and things, like maybe some of the stuff that we got into today. I think that's just a little bit more interesting than like random gaming highlights that are anyways mostly lowlights, let's be honest. I'm putting like things where we are screwing up royally. You have a Chrome extension that removes shorts? I don't watch a lot of shorts either, but I do watch a lot of TikToks.
All personnel proceed to your designated safe zone immediately.
Which again is probably very controversial. It's probably very controversial. But what isn't? Have I finished Mistborn? I finished the first book. Yep. So I'm working through the Well of Ascension now. I think I'm on like chapter 7-ish. And this one's a little bit slower paced, I find, at the start. Which is fine. It's a different pace, but I'm just getting into...
Fuck, it's my brother. On the monitor, he's right by the airlock.
Don't let this place get to you. Kendra, we're out of time.
He's not there. I can make it if I run.
I'm just getting into the point where it's revealed that I'm trying to say it without like spoiling stuff. It's revealed that things are not as resolved as we thought that they were at the end of the first book, if that makes sense. I'm sure if you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. And, oh, okay.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Cool.
Quarantine activated.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. This is where our starting point, isn't it? Anybody else?
Quarantine lifted.
Thank you. I've been like half reading, but also half listening to the audiobook of this second one. So like if I'm on a walk or something, I'll listen to the audiobook. And it's done by Graphic Audio. If you're not familiar with Graphic Audio, they make audiobooks that are not just narrated but
Your colleague's safely on
acted.
board.
My name is Kendra Daniels. Stand by, Isaac. He's bringing the shuttle in now.
And so it's kind of like listening to like a movie almost, right? They have different voice actors for all the parts.
Automated loading controls. Must be the damage to the ship.
We're losing time. The hive mind is down there.
Kind, relax. I'll turn off the gravity in the hangar, then I can load the marker by hand.
All right. No, don't worry, Amelia. They understand.
Jesus.
And they'll have back we go. They'll have music and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. Pretty cool way to listen to an audiobook if you've never done it before. And there's pros and cons, because one of the things that I tend to do when I'm reading a book is I'll kind of envision the character and like almost the way that they sound sometimes to help me differentiate when they're all speaking.
Entering zero gravity.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then sometimes the book or the graphic audio book will kind of change your opinion on that a bit. Oh, there it is. But it's pretty entertaining, and it is for me anyways a little bit more immersive listening to these versions compared to just straight narrated versions, but you wouldn't want to do it for every book, I don't think. Like, especially I find the action sequences, it's really cool. It adds a lot rather than detracts. Okay, so are you kidding me? Where? Well, that'll do. That's not what I want. Yeah, it is. Is that what I want? I feel like I want it to go down there, right? No! I can see that happen. Do they take more damage in stasis? You're blocking my marker, bro. I actually feel like I remember this from the original. There's not a ton in this remake where I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty similar. This is pretty
The
close.
safeties are still on. I need to restore gravity before we can load it.
Hurry, please.
Is one on Audible mainly by Michael Kramer, or is it a different version? I think the Audible one is just a straight up narrated version, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be very clearly identified as graphic audio, if it is. Okay, let me switch up some guns here. How much can I sell this thing for? We're gonna find out.
Exiting zero gravity.
It's on board. Come, quickly.
Go open the hatch for him.
Cole, is she here?
Oh, shit! Well, that ain't good. Freeze him. We'll bring him back to life. It didn't work.
Sorry, Isaac. I couldn't trust him with the marker.
Kendra, what are you doing?
What my department sent me here to do. Even if the Valor couldn't help me out like I wanted.
Department? Who are you?
I work for EarthGov, cleaning up a very, very old mess. I told you and Hammond that Aegis 7 was off limits. The planet was one big government experiment. The marker, this divine artifact, it was built by human hands.
That's impossible. It's an alien world. The miners dug up the fucking thing.
After it was planted here a few hundred years ago. Even Kai didn't pick up on that. They found the first marker in some crater on Earth. That one. That was real. Alien. Enough to inspire unitology. Our people studied it and reverse engineered this red marker. But they needed somewhere to test it.
Aegis 7.
You've seen the result. The stuff of nightmares. I thought the old reports were just hysteria. Until I saw what I saw. They sealed off the whole system, buried the records nice and clean. Until CEC got greedy. Those idiots tore Aegis 7 apart, and woke up with the old research team left behind.
So EarthGov sent you to sweep it all under the rug. Damn it, we have to return the marker. If anyone else stumbles across Aegis 7...
It was disappeared once. We can do it again. I've seen how the marker fucks with your head. It must be contained. For what it's worth, we made a great team. You'll find another way off the Ishimura. I mean, you're one hell of an engineer.
Your experiment's gonna kill us all! Daniels! It was all for nothing.
Daniels boned us there. Big time.
Isaac, come in. It's Nicole.
Where are you?
In the flight control room. Please, you have to come up here now. There's still a way out for us, but we don't have much time.
Is that even true? They don't call her Dodgy Daniels for nothing. That's true. I'm not the only one that's like constantly spamming this tracking thing, am I? Like, I feel like it's obnoxiously often. Maybe just running around with the map up is better, but...
Warning. Multiple system failures detected. Unable to reroute critical functions.
Is this not a code? This is not a punch stomp code? Or do I have to do it 8 times? I'll try it. That's 3. 4. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. One more for good measure. No, not a code. Sick. It's not in the... There's no ritual circle. This is part of one, but you have to go to the circle. Oh, interesting. Really? Okay. Did I have the right idea? You have to do that alternating 8 times in the circle? Hello.
There you are.
Thank God you're here. The ship's coming apart. I saw what you've been through. Your investigation, Mercer. What happened with us?
We don't have to talk about it.
I need you to know I'm sorry about everything.
It's okay, Isaac. You know I forgive you. I love you.
Well, good, but
There's still hope. You can recall the shuttle and remote pilot it from here. Bring back the marker and we can return it to Aegis 7. You can make us whole again.
I just want to make things right.
Then let's do it together.
Okay.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, you would say that.
Recalling shuttle USG-09.
That's so awesome. I needed to hear that. Ear Elephant says, good news, Chris. I ran your channel through a simulation 10,000 times. It concluded you're 50.1% not a piece of shit. Great job. Fan since Witcher 3. That's good. That's the actual t-shirt. That's the actual t-shirt.
Damn it, Isaac. You don't know what you're doing.
I know. I'm finally
Thanks.
doing the smart thing.
Fucking kidding me. Shit!
Warning. Escape
Hey, Brian,
pod
thanks, man.
detected from shuttle USG-09.
Escape pod. Damn! We lost her.
It doesn't matter. She can't escape her fate. But who can?
What does it mean?
Here it comes. Isaac?
I know. Ishimura's finished. If we get on that shuttle, there's no going back.
Leave no regrets. Go. I'll reprogram the shuttle with our flight path to Aegis 7 and join you on board.
Don't leave me waiting.
Never again.
I wonder what that's saying.
We can't wait much longer. Go to the shuttle. I'll be there soon.
I don't believe you.
Warning. Multiple system failures detected. Unable to reroute critical functions.
Got him. We're in the end game.
I never doubted you, Isaac. I knew you'd come back for me.
Are you ready?
Yes. We're together again. Nothing can stop us now. This isn't how I imagined saying goodbye to the Ishimura. Steady.
I'm good.
Are you afraid, Isaac?
No. With you, I can handle anything.
I'm mostly trying to figure out the layout of their keyboard. Like, it's the same, but there's some weird spacing.
One more ride together, then.
And the letters are on the bottom, or the numbers are on the bottom.
Core of the planet.
Daniel said EarthGov built the marker. Some experiment they abandoned hundreds of years ago.
If you're not ready, a miracle must be as terrifying as a nightmare. The planet is restless, hungry. It'll try to eat us alive. But we have the marker. We'll put things back the way they were. We will be whole again.
Where'd you go, guys? Where'd you go? She said we'll be whole. Betrayed? I bet you this chapter starts with a D. Okay, so now I can show you guys something. We talked about this a long time ago. Let's go back to chapter 1, okay? Spoiler alert. But, like, if you're here now, then it doesn't matter. But if this is like a thing that I share later, then spoiler alert. Chapter 1, the first letter of the chapter is N. Okay? Chapter 2, the first letter is I. Chapter 3, the first letter is C. Chapter 4, the first letter is O. Chapter 5, the first letter is L. Chapter 6, the first letter is E. That spells Nicole. Chapter 7, the first letter is I. Chapter 8, the first letter is S. That spells is. That's a word. Chapter 9 starts with D. Chapter 10 starts with E. Chapter 11 starts with A. Chapter 12 starts with D. What does it spell?
You can upload the marker from the console. Come on. Look. The light in the sky.
The gravity tethers on the Ishimura are feeling it. Tectonic load. We don't have long before all that rock falls. How do we do this?
We return the marker to
Nicole
its
is dope.
pedestal.
Got it.
The loading track leads directly to the excavation site. It'll work. The hive mind will obey.
I always knew you could read good.
We'll be whole again. And you and I can be together.
Look, she just teleported slightly to the right. Something's weird.
Come on. We need to hurry.
Okay, Nicole. Whatever you say.
You guys are not running. I'll help you in the control room.
Retrieve victims of Union Square mass suicide from ages 7. Bodies are to be transported to USG Ishimura morgue with security escort. Notify doctors G. Domas and T. Kine upon arrival. Gabe, yeah, I know. It's casket duty, but I think you'll like this one. I hear a buddy of yours is down on ages 7, and a kiddie assignment like this should leave time for a cleanup. Don't scare the rookie, Alyssa. Okay. I think we said we were going to go damage there, right? And actually, I might have a ruby semiconductor that I could trade for a node. Pegasus. That voice sounds familiar. 30K for Peng? Okay. Yep. See ya. I'm not sentimental in any way, so bye-bye now. Oh, maybe is the suit upgrade maybe like a new game plus thing? Does anybody know? Like, I assume there's another suit upgrade to fulfill the rest of these nodes. Like, should I save this? I mean, I guess I spent the money, but should I have saved that? New game plus. Oh, okay. So then, yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Let's go get extra damage on the flamethrower. And we'll take extra Ripper damage as well. Let's actually save again.
Sergeant Bram Newman. DSEC evacuation report. The shuttle's gone. Took off and then crashed right back down into the bay. Took a whole crowd with it. Must be 100 people dead. We've lost the rest of the shuttles. God help us. There's no way out. Anyone hearing this, do not land. I repeat, do not land on Aegis 7. Fuck the Ishimura. They left us to die.
Little late for that. I'm not even close to hitting him. Oh my god. Not good. I have no freeze. Well, Pumpkinhead Man, thanks for the 20 months. That's our first death today, actually. Pretty impressive if you think about it. Frick. Good thing we saved. I did try to heal there, but maybe I'm on empty packs as well.
This is Sergeant Bram Newman. DSEC evacuation report. The shuttle's gone. Took off and then crashed right back down into the bay. Took a whole crowd with it. Must be 100 people dead. We've lost the rest of the shuttles. God, there's no way out. Anyone hearing this, do not land. I repeat, do not land on Aegis 7. Fuck the Ishimura. They left us to die.
Survived that?
The marker signal changes us, recombines us, but there's a dead space in that signal around the marker itself.
They said the words.
The eye of the storm. They can't stay in it for long.
I've seen it. But this pedestal, why there?
It amplifies. The marker's pulse will be felt across the planet. The dead will sleep, and the living will see what can't be forgotten.
Really? Oh, I wonder if I needed that. Those will be later problems, I guess. Not this again. Wow.
Ending quarantine.
Do you miss them, Isaac?
Kelly and team. Yeah.
And your parents? Your mother was a unitologist. She believed.
She believed so much it killed her. Is this what she would have wanted?
She did. Would that make this easier?
Maybe it's a good thing I'll never know.
Still giving us nodes here. It's crazy.
Isaac, there's no power in this section. The marker won't move. We're losing time.
It's okay.
What do you want me to do
Test
about it?
connection. What's it say?
Power failure detected. Tether generator. Gravity control.
One of the ground side gravity tethers. Busted power line. I'm on it.
Please hurry. We can't fail now.
I'm sure that'll work. Got him.
Now entering tether control. Cross-contamination field engaged. Warning, main power interrupted. Tether generators are offline.
Oh, come on. There's always more. That's 3. That's video game rules, so we must be done. Oh, did I just yeet something important there? Uh-oh. I feel like that may have been hiding something.
To east generator.
Oh, did I, like, yeet a power cell? Oh, no, I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe it landed there.
Power restored to west generator. Emergency elevator offline.
Okay, we're gonna be throwing down here, I think. Seems like a spot you'd be throwing down in.
Power restored to central generator. Power restored to tether generators. Ready for restart. Restarting tether. Now entering zero gravity.
Janet Isaac, power is slowing again. Come back to the marker quickly. The excavation site's just up ahead. Make us whole.
Exiting zero gravity.
I was wrong. We're not throwing down. At all. Not where I want to be walking real slow. I got a spitter behind me, I think. This guy's died. See ya. That was good. Nice and clean for a change. Jolie, I'm riding motorcycles next weekend. Flying to Houston with Indian Motorcycle and the rest of the ambassadors. And cannot wait. Haven't ridden in months. It's gonna be sick. Okay, where are the pustules? I feel like I need to hit some pustules. Show me the pustule. I don't see the pustule. Do you guys see the pustule? Oh, is that it back there? That is indeed the pustule. So convenient. Okay, where's the other pustule? We've got access here. Hey Houston, if you're check out Kenny and Ziggy if you get a chance. Best diner in town, crazy portions. Is it barbecue based? Because I would love to try some really amazing barbecue. Over the past couple months, I've made a few briskets, and I think they're pretty good. But I would like to taste, like, authentic Texas barbecue brisket to have a good frame of reference for the next one. Like, research. Oh, I hate these. Indian are supplying the bikes? Yeah. I don't know what we're going to be riding. I don't know if they're going to have a bunch of them or it's going to be all the same model or not. But we're doing a lot of riding, so I would hope I can get... if I could get a Springfield again like I had in Sturgis, that would be sick. But I'd be happy with a Challenger or a Chieftain or even a Chief. Like, I have a Chief and a Challenger, so I'd be fine with either of those. I just don't necessarily want to ride a Scout because it looks like we're going to be doing quite a few hours of riding. You're coming to Texas, enjoy our brisket. Yeah, exactly. I'm curious if that place that Martin suggested, Kenny and Ziggy, if that's a brisket place or not. I'll have to Google that after. Let me actually write that down. Kenny and Ziggy, Houston. Okay, guys, I'm like almost at the end of my cold brew here. I really gotta go empty the tank. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Kenny and Ziggy's is more of a New York deli. Rudy's is pretty famous for barbecue, but I thought it was just okay. Nice. So for Texas, for Houston people, Texas in general, I guess, but I'm going to be in Houston. Any places that you highly recommend there for brisket?
Hurry.
Probably not the gun to be using. This works. I'm actually surprised that that landed like that. That was clean. You'd have to narrow it down to the area you'll be in. Houston's big. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know, because we're kind of gonna... I'm just kind of at the whim of wherever they take us, so I couldn't even tell you. But yeah, that's a fair point.
Please, Isaac! The hive mind is coming! You have to make us whole!
If there's any places, oh my god. Uh-oh. That was close. If there's any places near the airport, that would be pretty safe. Because I can always check that out, like, right before I leave, kind of thing. Recombination study. I've quarantined the former doctors Clifton and Hogan. We're barricaded, and I intend to keep complete log no matter what happens out there. Different vectors of infection seem to be... Someone needs to keep a record. If the marker signal can change a body from a distance, we need to know. Update. The chest of Dr. Clifton's corpse has started to expand like it's taken a deep breath. Something appears to be happening under the surface of the skin. The body's convulsing. There's a yellowish, briny liquid. It's bursting from the mouth. He's choking, but he's... Oh god, I hope it's gas release. Update. Okay, now there's the esophagus is bulging and the jaw is collapsing. The head is his head is splitting apart. It's reforming. Almost looks like a proboscis with feelers. The chest is splitting along the center now. The chest is splitting and it's stretching, expanding outwards as the internal organs, muscle, and bone are bent inwards. Can I get a scanner, please? No, the scanner. Thank you. So the internal organs have reorganized themselves. It's the structure isn't... there seems to be a central organ now resembling a massive bladder. The bladder is refilling with a liquid. Some of which can be seen spilling from the creature's proboscis. So the two must be connected. Update. The legs are quivering violently. The flesh is peeling away and merging with the flesh from the chest. Fuck, sorry. Shit. The leg just bent backwards and... okay. Now the other one just snapped back at the knee as well. It's starting to sit up. It seems fully reanimated. Can we... Hello? Yeah, PSEC. Anyone who's free to euthanize. God, do I have to think of every... Update. The splatter on the glass is making observation difficult. I missed that Dr. Hogan is also transforming. But it's not the... Wait, his legs are elongating, somehow flaying themselves, and they're twisting with a mixture of his own internal organs into a single appendage. It's like some sort of tail. His face is contorting, his jaw is clenching and unclenching. It's crunching on itself, and shit. Several jaw-like appendages are emerging from his mouth, but it can't accommodate the... Oh shit, his head is splitting open too, like Clifton's. I can't... Oh fuck. He's circling the room. It's not like Clifton, it's like he's hunting. Does he see me? No, the vents. He's going for the vents. PSEC, is anyone left? He's out. He's out. He's out. If the company's paying, have them take you to the pit room. The pit room. I'll write that down too. Yeah, and the company is paying, which is nice. Nice. It actually worked. Okay, we're out of healing right now, but we're almost full. Dude, are you kidding? Something like that. thought you were dead. You're a new one. Get it. Oh, there's a
There. Now reunite us with the pedestal.
I'm running out of stuff to use. Wow. Okay. Check our guns here. We haven't used this for a while. Let's throw that in. I'll keep the other one. This is fun. Hey, Holocron.
Thank you, Isaac. I always believed in you.
Nicole.
We're whole again. We are whole.
Emergency. Geo-orbital gravity tethers offline. Tectonic load released. Impact imminent. All personnel, evacuate immediately.
Payload. I'll restart the tether. Buy us time.
No.
Rerouting gravity tether controls.
Come on, come on.
Forget it, Isaac. There's no fixing this.
Let her go, Daniels.
Let who go? Can't you see how delusional you are?
We've got to go. The payload from the planet crack is about to fall.
I gave you a chance to come around, Isaac. But if you still won't see it, I'll help you. One last time. Rig link override. This time, watch to the end.
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I just wish I could talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. Strange. Such a little thing. Just had a talk. That's all this research was in the end. Not much, is it? Just how to make it listen when he begged for convergence. But I had a different prayer. It spoke. And then it listened. Make this stop, I said. Maybe it understood, but... I can't return what was taken. Why can't I see you again, Isaac? I loved you. I always loved you.
how's that possible?
She's Elizabeth Cross, that scientist from hydroponics.
Huh.
You both saw what the marker wanted you to see. Jacob Temple for her, and Nicole for you. Jacob.
I actually totally forgot that that was a real person and not just like an illusion.
No, she can't be. What the hell did you do?
You did this to yourself. Nicole's been dead this whole time. You just couldn't handle it, could you? Because if she's gone, at least now it'll be in safe hands. The marker won't turn anyone else into its puppet. Give me the loader remote. No. It's over. We're whole again. For Christ's sake, I'm not going to ask again, Cross.
No! Enough people will die!
Then just do it. I've got nothing left to lose.
Cross!
It's better this way, Isaac. You'll never recover from what the marker's done to you. And when the tectonic load drops, all this will be buried. Just like Earth got wanted.
Not cool.
Warning. Seismic activity increasing. Evacuate to safe locations.
Sure, those 1,200 credits will help. Yeah, so like when you play this for the first time, that's pretty major revelation. But I did forget that she was somebody else there. And pretty ballsy of them to do the chapter name the way that they did. I think it would be very hard to pick up on something like that. If this was your first time playing, but... Okay, we're getting juiced up here. We must have a bench in this room. Yeah. Nope. Must have a bench close, though. Okay, is this what I want? I wish I had way more in this thing, but... I feel like this is alright. There it is. That's because the whole thing with Cross was a thing only in the remake. Oh, okay. In OG, she was only a hallucination entirely, not over another person. Oh, okay, so I'm not crazy. Thanks. I was like, that's a pretty major thing to be forgetting, but... it happens. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so I'm gonna sell this. And I'm gonna sell these so I can buy 3 of these. do another Save-A-Rooney. And then see what the end is going to be like.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it.
Why doesn't she just shoot? Say cliffhanger, we stream next week. How about 2 weeks?
Isaac.
She gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at all the boxes. Now we're talking. I love being surrounded by tentacles. Let's go.
This is all I got left.
I assume I can just let these blow up. Wow. Oh, great. No! not ideal. I can't stasis it. Seems too big. Okay. I think I'm getting pretty lucky on those. Way less room to dodge now. Oh, interesting. No, not cool. Not cool after all. I think I have God mode on. How am I supposed to hit that? I think I have unlimited ammo. That's how. With skills, tactics. Like, oh, that acid does not hurt me. Leave the planet. Happily. That guy was a little easier than the whole, like, sucky boss. It took us a few tries back in the day. Now, does the remake do anything different here, I wonder? Not that I really remember the first one, but... I have so much caffeine in my body, it's hard to even look at one thing.
Isaac, it's me. Oh, I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
My heart rate's 56. That's fine. They have lorem ipsum text on the screen there. Ooh. Whoa! Was that in the original too? Man, that was fun. I had a good time. We're basically 3 hours too on the dot. 20 seconds short. Same ending. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. Is there anything at the end of these? They did a really, really good job on this remake, man. The only thing I didn't love, I didn't love the amount of backtracking, and it felt like there was significantly more of it than in the original. I felt like that was a little bit heavy. But like otherwise, everything else was cool. That was just my one complaint. Chapters, I want to say like 6, 7, 8 felt very like, okay, I get it. I was ready to move on. There's an alternative ending in New Game Plus. If you pick up these marker collectibles that only spawn in New Game Plus, it's actually a pretty good ending. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of cool. Go make that disclaimer video now, buddy. Come on, Darren. I'm not going to make a disclaimer video. Going back to that, not to like beat a dead horse, but I will, I think at the beginning of Atomic Heart, I'll mention that I shared some of my thoughts on it, and I'll just kind of link it to the timestamp of this stream. And if people want to hear it, then they can. Is there anything else here? Yeah, let me actually look up the alternate ending here. 1 second. Let's see. Secret ending 4K. Sure. Okay, so you kill the thing. You go in here. This is all the same.
The Ishimura really was a great ship.
Huh.
Yeah. We were lucky to see her in her prime.
Are we going home, Isaac? There's so much work to do.
Soon, I promise. Gotta build a little something first.
For me? What is it?
It's a surprise, sweetie. But I think you're gonna like it.
So is that like, so is she still, what's her name? Is she still the other person in the alternate ending? Does that shooting not happen? Or is this they're both crazy? Or they're both fully like now markered up and seeing each other like that forever? Still so straight hallucination there then. So the other person still gets shot, and then that is totally fabricated in Isaac's head. Okay. That's cool and sad. That's cool and sad. That's cool and sad. I guess we're gonna play on story difficulty. I just want to see if the new suit, can I see it right away? I don't really want to go through like a whole cutscene thing, but we'll see. The extended ending implies building markers. Hey zombie, you're welcome. Thanks.
Isaac, it's me.
Gotta get to a store? Okay, forget it. I'm not. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Sorry for like the big interlude there about some of that earlier stuff, but anyway, I hope you guys had a good time. And I don't know when I'll be streaming next. Probably not for a while. As I've mentioned a couple times, I have company visiting from back home starting tomorrow, and they're here for 10 days. So from the 18th to the, I think they go home on the 28th. Yeah. So I probably won't be streaming. I still will be recording during that time and uploading videos. Atomic Heart's looking to start on Monday, and then actually I think on the 28th-ish we're looking at playing Phantom Brigade. So I'd like to try that out, and hopefully that's cool, and we could make a series out of that as well. Am I gonna make them watch Milf Manor? Yeah, of course. There's 2 Sundays that they're here. They're gonna have to watch it. So absolutely. Thank you guys so much. That was really fun, and we got her done. Remakes are weird, hey? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're fun to dive into, but because you kind of know what's coming, at least for me, it's harder to engage in the narrative, so I get a little distracted sometimes. But the gameplay here was so good, like the fidelity wise, obviously pretty nuts improvement. So they did a really good job. Guys, have a good one and take care of yourselves out there, okay? And just everyone just be cool. We're just all gonna be cool to each other, okay?